G'day mate, and welcome to the last video of 2018, at least in my time zone. This is the channel update video that I've been meaning to do for 6 months, to be quite honest. It's been a lack of time. The whole thought of a channel update video and what I've wanted to add to it has just turned a molehill into a mountain, because there's been so many things I've wanted to put in that channel update video that I just haven't got around to it. I've always just delayed it. I'll do one next month. And consequently, it's now been 6 months between channel update videos. So, where do we start? Firstly, I need to thank you guys. I need to thank you guys so much. We're approaching 2,000 subscribers. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I sort of started the whole YouTube thing as sort of a joke to cover my YouTube premium cost, which is about $15, $20 a month, and it's sort of exploded from there. If we go to the About page, around about the time I hit 500 subs, I decided, look, let's actually do this properly. Let's go full time. Let's put full time worth of effort into it. So that's, you know, a full 40-hour week of recording, editing, jumping on the comments, all that sort of stuff. And, you know, I've got real life to contend with as well. So some weeks it's not, you know, not quite that much time. Other weeks there's a lot more. Hell, don't tell the missus. When we were away on holidays a couple of months ago, I actually recorded a whole week's worth of content. I'm not terribly good at sleeping, so I'd stay up a little bit later at night and do a episode or 2 episodes or 3 episodes, you know, per night, because I can't sleep. So, but yeah, here we are, like 2 years into the channel, almost, and we're almost at 2,000 subs, almost at 500,000 views. Like, this isn't something I never ever dreamed of happening. So, I need to thank you guys. I need to thank you guys for the support you give me, the comments you write. Those who yell at me in Discord and tell me when I'm screwing things up and what I should be doing better, which all feedback is good feedback. So I need to thank you guys. I need to thank you guys for everything you guys have done for me and everything you're going to hopefully keep doing going forward. It has been a massive year. It's been a massive year, both personally and for the channel. So, few things to cover. Factorio is obviously going to continue going forward. The channel started with Oxygen not included, funnily enough. But Factorio is the game that I live and breathe, and especially after chatting with the devs yesterday, and Colonel Will and Annie Elite, and everybody else that was in that podcast video, Mojo, Bad Zuri. I know I'm forgetting other people. The channel lives and breathes Factorio. So Factorio content will be continuing. No disagreeing. I am trying to get back to a daily video schedule for Factorio. And when 17 drops in March, because I'm being honest, I don't think it'll be in January. But when that drops, we will be going back to a daily video, guaranteed. In the meantime, I'm trying to get the base tours running and the mod highlight videos running, along with I want to get more tips and tricks videos done every week, and the plan is to have on average one of those per week, one of each of those videos per week, along with the Friday Facts, which, as I said, me and Mojo started out as sort of a joke, and then it's sort of exploded from there. And when V mentioned during the podcast yesterday, which I know is a 4-hour long video, but if you want to find as much information on Point 17 and the thoughts of a lot of us top level engineers, then I would strongly recommend you go check out that video. And it's podcast style. There's nothing really to watch. You know, just open up the phone, put it on Bluetooth, put headphones in, run it in the car, listen to it podcast style. It's a really informative video, audio, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, the channel will be continuing with Factorio content. Don't get me wrong. Empires: The Undergrowth was another one that was heavily featured for the short period that it took to complete the actual game. Unfortunately, there's been no content released since, so it's sort of on hiatus because there's nothing new in the game. I have been actively watching the dev and looking for updates, and there hasn't been anything of noteworthy yet. They Are Billions. I played through the first 2 campaigns, and I honestly actually watch a They Are Billions video by different content creators probably every day or every other day. So I do want to get back into They Are Billions. There have been some big updates. And Oxy Not Included, as you guys have seen, runs sometimes and doesn't run at other times. Being that it's currently Australian summer school holidays, and I've got 4 kids home, recording is interesting. I'll put it that way. I don't have a lot of free time or opportunities to record, and I won't do till basically February when school sort of goes back. So for the moment, I don't know what's happening with Oxygen Not Included. I want to play it more, but then again, the game is very, very, very laggy as well. It is much improved since the last update, but you know, those of you who play it probably know that already. So we're going to see what happens there. As I said, Factorio, I'm hoping to get a mod highlight, a Friday Facts, hopefully a tips and tricks video, and a base tour. That's 4 videos already every week, plus a daily episode. Again, probably won't sort of kick back into that sort of schedule till February. January might be a little bit light on content. Like I said, summer school holidays, not a lot I can do about it. We'll see. Friday Facts will definitely be every week, providing we continue to publish Friday Facts Friday Facts blog posts. If they don't, well, maybe me and Mojo will just jump on together and make up our own Friday Facts. Either way. So yeah, we're really close to 2,000 subscribers, and I was hoping to hit that prior to the end of the year. And if you haven't subscribed already, but you do watch the videos, look, do me a favor. Make my 2018. Click the subscribe button. We're 45 short, you know, and as the average video gets about 300 views, and of the 300 people that view it, about 150 aren't subscribed. You know, there's a 1 in 3 chance that well, there's a 1 in 6 chance that you aren't subscribed. And you know, if a third of those people that aren't subscribed click the button, then you'll make my year. To be perfectly honest, you'll make my year. Because the next goal is 2,500 subs, and I'd like to hit that before February. With 17 coming out, if 17 drops before then, I think there's a very, very good chance. But if it doesn't, you know, we'll see. As for other games going forward, there's plenty more games. The Universe Sim was very, very popular. I'd like to get back into it. The catch is, whenever they do an update, it sort of kills the current save game entirely. You can't even load it sometimes. So that's what happened with the last series, which was unfortunate, because I'm really, really enjoying that one, because I was sort of speed playing it to get to that later content, and then an update came out, and the whole game's gone. The whole save game's gone. I can't even load it. Steam's already auto-updated. You can't download the old version, so yeah. So yeah, that one's coming. I am going to continue to try in the new year, Try Me Tuesdays. So on Tuesdays over on Twitch, you'll find me playing some weird assortment of games. They'll make it up to YouTube later on the week when I've actually done editing on them, probably over weekends. And we'll just be trying random games to see if we find a diamond in the rough, so to speak. So yeah, that's sort of the broad strokes of the channel. For those who like the more info, since Feb, 943 subscribers have gained. So yeah, we've almost doubled the subscriber count in, what's that, 10 months? 10 months? You know, I get some, I lose some. There's a big bump here, and I'm not sure why. I didn't do anything special, but you know, who knows? It's YouTube. The analytics don't always make sense, and you're gonna see these error messages everywhere. Watch time. Watch time is one of those things that amazed me. In the last 12 months, you guys have watched and heard me talk for 71,500 hours. I'm not sure why, but I need to thank you guys. I need to thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do, and yeah, it really does mean a lot to me. You guys have no idea. So in the last 12 months, this is another one I found really, really interesting. In the last 12 months, I've actually published 816 videos, so more than 2 a day. Like I said, I stepped in this sort of wanting to do it full time. And for the last 18 months, I definitely have aimed for like a full-time workload, 2 videos a day plus. You know, streams are on top of that. Getting on and playing on the community map on the GM8 servers is again on top of that. You know, doing the prep work for the Friday Facts, which in the case of last week's happened to mean I was up at 2 a.m. So from 2 a.m. to 4:30 a.m., I was reading and highlighting the Friday Facts blog post, you know, 2.5 hours. Just reading and highlighting and rereading and double checking facts. And as V pointed out, that I found a mistake in what he said in the Friday Facts compared to his spreadsheet. Just because he picked numbers that weren't really relevant to what most mega bases, you know, use. So it's all those sorts of things that add up time and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's sort of shocking to me that I've done more than 2 videos a day. And like I said, next year I do hope to up the ante more. I do hope to get to the stage where I'm probably doing on average 3 videos a day. There have been times where I have been doing 3 videos a day and I found the workload to be too much. On the other hand, I've found other times when I'm doing 2 videos a day, I have free time. So it's all about striking that balance, and that's sort of where I'm at currently, and that's what I'm hoping to sort of improve on next year. This year I have, as always, the more you do something, the more you streamline it. So, you know, hopefully it'll be more streamlined next year. Therefore, more videos, because everybody likes more videos. So, I've had 3,000 comments and in the last 12 months. And I mean, I used to be very, very good at reading every single comment and replying back to every single person. And I will say in the last 6 months, I've failed that a little bit. I still read every comment. Don't get me wrong. In the past, I used to read every comment, sometimes on my phone, and then reread it on the PC, or read it straight on the PC, just depending on when they posted, when it was posted and what I was doing at the time. I have got definitely worse at replying to the comments. Turns out I think it's old age. I'm not saying how old I am, but I'm Colonel Will's age, if that helps, and Mojo's age, and older than Extern. I've developed RSI in both wrists, and it used to be a case of I'd get up and I'd have my morning not coffee, maybe coffee, sometimes coffee. Yes, it's from a satchel. For those coffee lovers out there, you can hate me later. I'm not a big coffee drinker. And I'd sit down and I'd read through the comments and I'd make replies and all those sorts of things. But in the mornings, I can't type. My wrists have really been suffering with RSI, and I think it might be due to upgrading the keyboard to the gaming keyboard. The last Microsoft one I had was slightly ergonomic, and I've actually got another one on order hoping to mitigate that one. I love the gaming keyboard a lot, and I do plan on using it. But maybe for comments and a bit of the harder core typing activities, I have the old Franken PC set up beside me. It still works, he says in air quotes. And maybe it's going to be a case of I do a lot of the comments and that sort of stuff on that PC on a slightly better keyboard. We will see. I don't know. I don't know what the exact root cause was. I don't know sort of why it got so bad so suddenly. It was also the time when I was doing a lot of renovations around the house prior to us moving in. So maybe it's an injury from there that I've carried forward that just hasn't healed. Like right now, both wrists are fine, apart from one grinds a little bit. But, so next year, I'm hoping to do better on the comments. I have tried typing replies on my phone, which worked perfectly well. until I dropped it a few weeks ago and smashed the screen, and then it's slightly less responsive. And turns out Samsung phones still cost about $400 for a brand new screen. So yeah, that hasn't really been investigated too much yet, because it's about half the cost of it. Well, it's about a third of the cost of the brand new phone, because it is a Note 8. They are fairly expensive. But then again, I'm now down to 8 months till end of contract, and I get a free upgrade, so it's, yeah. Anyway, that's the story when it comes to comments. Again, 9,000 likes on the videos. That's better than, 10 per video. So again, I need to thank you guys. Along with 840 shares, that's a share per video. You guys are what actually makes the channel grow. I have no control about, over that. I can put out content and hope you guys enjoy it. But when you click the like button, you click the share button, that tells YouTube and your friends at the same time that you actually like the content. And hopefully YouTube and their algorithm goodness goes and tells everybody else, and more people come watch the videos and the content and the channel, and it helps the channel grow. So again, I need to thank you guys. You guys have much more control. You guys have all the control, basically, over how the channel grows and evolves over time. And if you ever want to chat to me directly or yell at me directly if I've done something wrong, Discord is always the place to do it. There's a couple of things, there's lots of things about Discord. There's the general chat area. There's a separate one for the community maps, which I've been running now for a couple of months over on the GM8 servers. So, there's that there as well. There's a special area for both Patreon supporters and Twitch supporters, and even YouTube members. Yeah, members I think is the name they've come up with, or the name they've settled on. So if you go over to YouTube Gaming, there is a join button if you want to support the channel that way, or via Patreon, or via Twitch. All the choices of yours. I will tell you automatically that Twitch takes 50%, YouTube takes 40%, and Patreon takes about 5%. Just so you guys know. Either way, I think the only one that pays me in Australian dollars is YouTube. YouTube will actually pay me in Australian dollars. Everybody else pays me in, sends the money to me in US dollars, and then I've got to work out currency exchanges and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, that's all besides the point. So yeah, Discord is the best place if you want to get to me and chat to me directly. Again, I need to go to Patreon, and a very, very big thanks to the guys, to everybody who supports me on Patreon. Not only do you get, as I said, those little bit more exclusive areas of Discord, along with new videos at the time of recording, not at the time of publishing, which can be up to a week early, for some... actually, the whole oil tips and tricks series was like 4 weeks early, because I recorded it and asked people's opinion before they actually, a couple of them got re-recorded and then released, a week, one episode per week. So yeah, there are some perks, but for $2 a month, the less than a cup of coffee for those people that were complaining and already down the comments, probably smashing about my disgusting coffee habits of having coffee from a packet. For less than the price of a coffee, you can vastly help out the channel. As I said, I stepped into this full time. I had savings, and unfortunately, over the last year and a half, I've eaten through what savings I had. I'm not at dire straits yet, but it's really in the next 6 months I need to make some hard decisions, because I have, between me and the partner, we actually have 4 children. I've got 2, she's got 2. 3 of them are confirmed special needs, and the 4th one's a 3-year-old. His special need is toilet training at the moment, which is a whole different barrel of ice. Don't get me started. But yeah, they're all special needs kids. The probably the most impacted is one of the boys who has epilepsy and ADHD and autism, and is almost a full-time job just taking care of him. So yeah, there are hard decisions coming up in the next 6 to 12 months. Whether I can continue doing this full time as I have been doing, which means I need to supplement our income somehow, or whether I need to go and look at full-time work's out of the question, but some sort of shift, crappy, probably minimum wage job that lets me work for a couple of hours whilst they're at school, and then sort of supplement our income that way. Because yeah, it's been a hard couple of months, and yeah, we're now officially out of savings, so it could get a lot harder. Anyway, that's where that lives. Again, my Patreons, my love goes out to you, to all of you. You guys help out the channel so much with just what you guys send me, just the support you guys give me every month is equivalent to 4 months of what YouTube AdSense gets me. So those ads that we all hate, and I'm actually considering running even less of them, getting rid of the video pop-up ad, the video ad at the start of videos, entirely. That's a really bad sentence, but it is what it is. I'm considering getting rid of that entirely because it's annoying, and I'm the first one to admit it's annoying. This is one of the reasons I pay for the YouTube Premium, because I hate ads, and I know lots of people run ad blocker, and that I also understand. So yeah, that's where we stand with Patreon. For the price of a chocolate bar or the price of a cup of coffee, your support goes a very, very, very long way. On to Twitch, which I'm hosting Mojo currently. Unhost Mojo. Twitch finally got a look in and a new back screen for when I'm offline. I haven't filled in all the bottom stuff yet, but that's on my list of things to do. Again, going the new year, there will be more streams. I'm gonna aim for at least an hour a day of the community map. And try me Tuesday on top of that, where I'm, like I said, trying random games, which will be a random amount of fun. Some are going to be great, I'm sure, and some are going to be horrible. Goat Simulator was a real hit, and then Automobile Tycoon, which I don't even think's made it up to YouTube yet, or maybe it has, was horribly abysmal. Not even what I call a game, but like I said, there's all sorts of stuff out there. So yeah, we're back to hosting Mojo. GM8, something I do need to address. So GM8, as a lot of you probably know, supports the channel with a community server. So they are the server company that I use every single month to run the community map on. On top of that, I also have an affiliate link down in my description for every video, and there's 2 codes. One's JD Plays, which gives you guys a 10% discount on any server you choose to purchase. And then the second code, which is hidden away in Discord, is Renew. So anytime you renew your server, being every month, if you use the code Renew, you get 15% off the server, off whatever server tier you've decided to buy. So I actually looked it up the other day. I've actually saved you guys over $100. At the same time, because you're using my codes, GM8 actually does me a favor and sends a little bit to help out the channel. But for me, it's mostly about the discounts for you guys. Going into the new year, there will be a couple of other affiliate programs that I'll be setting up with people like Humble Bundle, and I think GOG was another one I'm looking at. They're all people I have used or would use or have used or do use. Along with anytime I can, even though my channel is super small, anytime I can negotiate a discount for you guys, I will be. Because it's nice that you come back and support the channel by using my affiliate codes. On the flip side, I'd actually prefer to save you guys a bit of money and help out the channel less, because I'm that sort of nice guy. Anyway, I think that pretty much brings it to the end of the channel update, in air quotes. We're right at 25 minutes, so if you're just here to find out what's happened with the channel, what's happening with the channel, now's the time you can go run away. If you want to stick around and find out how my life's gone in 2018 and a few more tidbits about me, because that seems to be the running theme when it comes to these channel update videos. I spend a bit of time on the channel and then a bit of time at the end talking about me personally, and you can find out how your favorite YouTuber lives. So yeah, if you're just here for the channel, hi, bye, thank you. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the notification bell and set it to always, because you love hearing me, obviously, with 71 hours of me talking in the last 12 months, and 3,000 comments, and 900 and something likes or shares. I don't know, one of the numbers. They're all massive. So thank you guys so much. If you're here to find out a bit more about me, well, let me continue. So, 2018 was a crazy year. First off, the partner moved in with me and 2 more kids. Then halfway through the year, we moved. Funnily enough, during the whole moving process, I didn't actually stop doing anything less than a video a day. I think this year, apart from taking some time off just prior to Christmas when we lost Daisy, and I think one other time during the year, I just forgot to release a video. That's all. So yeah, we've got Daisy who unfortunately left us, about 10 days ago. Yeah. And of course, we've got over here, we've got the little Bubbles, which back when this photo was taken was you know, a long time ago, and a tiny kitten, who used to fight Daisy off Daisy's food, because all cats seem to like dog food more, and all dogs seem to like cat food more. So there you go. To the Bubbles, to the Daisy and the Bubbles, Bubbles actually took up this pose, which was, I'm going to sit in the dog bowl. That way, I'm going to know when you feed the dog before the dog knows that you're going to feed the dog. Therefore, I can eat the dog food before the dog does. To the Bubbles, we added Smittens. So, 4 kids, 2 adults, 1 dog, 2 cats. To that, we added a Tiny. 2 adults, 4 kids, 1 dog, 3 cats. This is a picture of Tiny a couple of days after coming home. And that's Tiny standing on in Freedom units, a 4-inch by 4-inch post with room to spare. For those who don't speak Freedom units, it's about 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Probably about the size of your palm of your hand, depending on how big your hand is. Mine is about that size, actually. Slightly larger. But yeah, that's Tiny, sort of a couple of days after coming home. Super small. Funnily enough, is bigger than Bubbles now. This was back when Tiny was still literally a ball of fluff. So we got Bubbles and Tiny. This is the old computer setup, and if you remember, like 9 months ago, I complained about cats being in the way because they continuously jump across the keyboard or the monitors or anything like that. Tiny decided that on the left-hand side, which is where the microphone used to sit, this used to be literally where the microphone would be sitting. That was the spot where Tiny decided that Tiny would like to tiny nap. Luckily, cats don't snort. Dogs do, but cats don't. This is a video. So, about halfway through the year, we moved, and I've got no audio for this one, which is quite intentional, because it was a hot day and I sound horrible. But I've done heaps of base tours, so I figured you guys should see how the other famous 1% YouTubers live, and do a house tour. So we got a double garage, which needs to have networking added still, along with an outside toilet and laundry, which was always a bit of a problem with 4 kids. And this is still whilst we're renovating. So the house, as you can see, is entirely spotless, and there aren't power tools everywhere. So we've got our kitchen, which, as you saw, was super massive. We have our dining room, and a mirror on my left that I'm conveniently very aware of and avoiding, so nobody sees no, he has to put up with my ugly mug. That there is actually where the computer table lives. That's all the space I have in the middle of the dining room. Hence why school holidays and recording is, yeah, pretty much a no-go. And then we've got a bathroom which features a bath and paint tins still and a sink. And one of the bedrooms, and this was actually one of the bedrooms, I had to replace half the walls before we moved in because they were wet with rot and all sorts of things. The biggest thing this house has got, and you can't tell in my videos mostly, and I'm really glad about that, is we actually have 12-foot ceilings. 12-foot ceilings, really, really tall ceilings. You can see there that, yeah, they're much more, rather than standing on a ladder to clean the ceiling, you've got to stand on a ladder to then stand on the top, above that. Do not step above this line one to then stand on the very, very top one that they say never stand on to then touch the ceiling to paint it. So it's yet another bedroom with plenty of echo. We've got a lounge room we just walked through. A tiny, this is considered a bedroom. I don't even understand how, but, real estate agents are real estate agents and they consider it a bedroom. And then we have all the junk that the previous tenants left for us to clean up. Along with lens flare. Lots and lots of lens flare. And the double garage, which I am hoping to, probably not at the moment because it is the middle of summer, but probably as winter comes along, turn into sort of a backup network storage and maybe a streaming area, and all that sort of stuff. Along with the dead straight clothesline, which, funnily enough, we actually used in that condition for about 3 months before it rusted so much and fell over. Anyway, so that is the quick picture of the house, and that's actually the air conditioner that I have running in the background that hopefully you guys can't hear. Because even with the air conditioner running, it's not pointed directly at me anymore, because that you can hear. It's like 38, 40 degrees Celsius today. It's warm. So, we start off on the back deck, which was fully open, and this went up on Discord ages ago, and I think they even went up on Twitter. So if you haven't followed me on Twitter and you want to find out how things go in life and everything else, Twitter and Discord are the two places to be. But yeah, one of the projects was to enclose that area, so ripped out the post that was supporting it, one wall, two walls, and wrapped it. Lots and lots and lots of weatherboard, hardwood weatherboard, which took ages to hammer each one in individually. Especially when you're up on a massive ladder and far out from the wall and can't reach. It was a joyous job. It was like 3 weekends of hard labor's probably pushing it because it was about 4 or 5 hours per day. But it was spread over 3 weekends, and yeah, it was a nightmare to do. Along with it, we had to completely redo the roof because the people before us, in their infinite wisdom, put the screws through wherever they felt like it. And they felt like putting the nails through the gullies of the roof more often than the high points. So it leaked a lot. As in, you could go out there when it rained and had a shower, because it was that good. Okay, so yeah, roof on, door on, all done. Funnily enough, we've been here in 6 months, and it's still in the exact same condition. I haven't put in the last 2 palings here, or the last palings right across the top. And I haven't finished doing the inside yet. It's still bare studs, no internal walls. Because the cats live out there, basically. That's where the cats go at night to have the laundry, the kitty litter, and this back deck to sort of live on. Because we can't leave them in the house because they rip up carpet there. You can train a dog, but a cat's just going to do what a cat's going to do. So yeah, that was one of the major projects before we even moved in, along with repainting every single wall, and you saw some of them painted and some of them still bare in the video walkthrough. Replacing half a dozen walls, It was an absolute nightmare. And actually, this is not the current desk. This is the slightly smaller. This used to be my secondary desk at the old house. So the primary one was almost twice that width and a little bit deeper, which is now what I'm back set up on. And I actually had this one off to the side, so I had plenty of desk space for all those important things. Now everything's sort of just squished in, and the garage is looking like a better and better option more and more often, which works until it rains and then it's a tin roof, or works until it's summer like now, where I took a thermometer down there the other day and it said it was 45 degrees Celsius, which I have no idea what that is in freedom units, but you have Google in front of you, go nuts. I could definitely tell you it's probably over 110. It was hot. It was like, yeah, hot. Oh, this was another thing. So in 2018, I'm sort of an amateur photographer, I guess you could say. I use the very, very professional, high-grade DSLR camera known as the mobile phone. Current camera of choice happens to be a Samsung Note 8, which is, funnily enough, more expensive than a DSLR camera. But my camera makes phone calls and sends text messages and can browse the internet. And not many DSLRs can do those things. So I actually entered this photo in a local photo contest, and I placed in the top 10, which I was a little bit amazed and a little bit surprised about, because I am going up against people that not only have DSLR cameras and all sorts of things, but they also know how Photoshop works. And every single one of their photos has gone into Photoshop and had color correction and this and that. And mine's shot on a mobile phone and submitted straight off the mobile phone. This was actually shot on a Samsung Note 4, because it's a couple of years old now. But it's 2015 photo. There you go. So it's an old photo and on an old phone. And yeah, I placed in the top 10. So yeah, I just putting it out there, you know, if it has been something I have considered selling, doing on the side, selling off some of the prints, or selling off, prints of photos I've taken. I have looked at selling raw photos, and it turns out there's lots of places you can sell raw photos. Problem is you get paid peanuts, and for the peanuts you get paid, you basically give over, because they're digital files, you're pretty much giving over full rights. You can watermark it, but you know, even if I put a watermark top corner, bottom corner, wherever it happened to be, there's nothing to stop anybody just cropping off the bottom or the top or the left or the right to sort of get rid of that, and you know, nobody else will know it's there. And yeah, so I'll open up to you guys, those that are still watching. If you are interested in buying, well, actually, I'll go backwards. If you know of anywhere where I can sell my photos as a photo in a frame on a canvas, mailed from online store direct to you, please, 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 write it in the comments. Pester me on Discord. Send me a tweet. DM me on Twitter. Tell me something, because it has been something I have considered doing. Like I said, this is a random shot from 2015. And it's the only reason I brought it up is because this is the one that I actually entered, and this is the one that I actually placed. But like, this was taken when's that? April this year, at my brother-in-law's wedding. All right, it just happened to be the right time, the right spot, with the right eye, and that was just one of the photos taken. Again, same story. This was back in Feb, so, 10 months ago. Just before we hit 1,000 subscribers. And again, just right spot, right time, right camera, right lens, right... Yeah, everything. And these are all taken on a mobile phone. You can see by the file name, it's the Note backup before shipping, because I had to ship it off for warranty. DCMI camera, blah, 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 blah. Again, another one Feb. I did a lot of traveling in Feb, it turns out. So yeah, just. Oh, that was late 2017. That was when I was up at the crack of dawn. Literally, that is the crack of dawn. And again, just another interesting photo. So, if you guys know of anywhere where I could put up photos to be printed, to be canvassed, to be printed on a glass box, aluminium, like all that sort of stuff, and I just provide the raw photos, and then they take care of the actual marketing and selling and all that sort of crap, please tell me. Like, I know my local Kmart, our equivalent of Walmart, Big W, they all have those options where I can send in my digital file and then they'll print it for me in a canvas or a picture or whatever, but then I have to market it. And there are a couple of galleries around town where I have seen people who are a professional photographer. All they do every day of the year is go out and take photos. And they have open up galleries at Christmas time, and at Christmas time they're selling photos for like, I was walking through one in the shopping center the other day, and it was like, it was on a canvas. Don't get me wrong, it was a massive photo. It was a beautiful photo. It was a massive canvas. It was like $1,200, and I'm like, I had chat to the guy, and he's like, yeah, the only time I can be profitable is at Christmas when people are looking for gifts. He was doing prints on little glass blocks, which were probably 8 inches by 4 inches. And they were like $80. And he's like, yeah, it's the only time I can be profitable. I already know, because I've looked at it, that you can get them printed up at, as a Kmart, our equivalent of Walmart, for $30, $20, right? And then he's selling them for $80. But yeah, I don't want to have to go through the time of trying to market my own photos on top of everything else I do around the house. Because unfortunately my partner's also had 3 surgeries in the last 12 months. 2 of them being actually on her wrists. So she's been basically the equivalent of a broken arm for the last 4 months. So 4 months, 5 months. So yeah, I have enough pressure on my shoulders. Anyway, and that's the final photo I took, which again was coming back from a holiday. No, back from a road trip. And we happened to find a classic train coming through a train station where I could jump out and take a couple of quick snaps. Anyway, I think that pretty much brings it all together for the end of 2018. Again, thank you guys so much. Thank you for all you do. I'm looking forward to more community maps in the new year. I'm looking forward to more series, more games. Before I forget, Satisfactory is right at the top of my list of games I want to try. No, unfortunately, I do not have an alpha key yet. If you have any access to Simon, the gatekeeper of all keys, please do, tell him how wonderful a YouTuber I am and how all these great ideas flow out of my mouth, and how I would do their game complete justice. Or the same goes for Jace. If you happen to have a secret way of talking to Jace, their community manager, that'd also be awesome. I do have a lot of videos coming in the first couple of months, I hope, or the first month of the new year. The videos have taken a lot of time, background editing. There is actually a couple on Satisfactory. Even though I don't have access, there's a lot of things I've gathered from reading every single press release, news, interview, announcement they've ever done, along with a few other things, nitpicking over photos, basically becoming as obsessed as possible. I found out some info which I'd like to share with you guys, but of course, YouTube is a video format, a video platform, so that means I need to do a video, and that means I need to do editing. And editing, I'm first to admit, I'm not great at. I am getting better, but I'm not great at. So that brings me to the end of 2018. Thank you so much for putting up with me and everything else, and being here for video to video. I hope your New Year's is as good as mine is hopefully planned to be. I hope 2019 brings you something new, something interesting, and something you can definitely sink your teeth into, because that's what my plan is, to sink my teeth into, hopefully, Factorio version 17. And yeah, I think that's pretty much where I'm going to leave this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next year. Alright, bye.